everyone, and welcome to the Anti-Think Tank, where today we're going to be going over some extremely important topics. Introduce yourselves, my dudes.
Hello, my name is Justin. I am one third of the collective mind that is anti-think tank. Hello, hello.
Bro said,
Uh, Hello, my name is President Ibrahim Raisi. I didn't actually die in that helicopter crash. I crawled my way out of it and swam to America to join some redneck backwater fucking podcast.
it was only going to be a matter of time before the man, the myth, the legend got mentioned.
Like, I'm sorry, when one of your if your president dies in a helicopter crash, that's just a sign that your entire nation needs to just take a minute and really think about what the fuck's going on.
Just really, just really take a moment. Like, when you get Kobe'd, you simply need to just take a
Yeah,
second.
like
Take a breather.
this is the second most important person in your country, with what is likely the second best pilot in the country taking him around. If he can't navigate a fucking fog storm without crashing, it's Iran. There's not much to crash into.
There's really not. Like, that would be like just taking a car through the Mojave Desert and somehow crashing into a cactus and dying.
Like, it took out so many people. It took out the president and it took out like the foreign ministry, like one of their top diplomats. And they're like, "Oh, we need to check for sabotage. You need to check for fucking alcohol in your pilot's system. Like, how do you fucking manage that?"
Like, the whole Middle East got red wedding to IRL. What is going on? Shit's kind of wacky. I don't know much about the guy, but I'm glad to hear about it. Rest in peace. I will be going to his funeral and all that good stuff.
I mean, I'll go just to spit in the general direction, but sure.
we're, we're gonna attend his
I mean,
funeral via
I've
Skype.
heard he was a decent guy, bro. Uh, Bro, what are you saying, Justin?
I said we're gonna attend his funeral via Skype.
Alright, so what we got
Perhaps.
on Discord was Skype from that entire sentence.
God damn it.
Per. The reverb on that one was crazy.
I can hear all of you just fine.
Bro is speaking wacko mode. I do not know what he's saying.
I thought that was you for a second. I was like, oh god, it's fucking spreading!
Okay, so welcome our new host, Justo Androido. How you doing, Justo? He doesn't want to.
Just AI was right there.
Okay, I'm gonna use ChatGPT to like AI in some things that Justin could possibly say. So from here on out, the next thing I say will be Justin's next line of dialogue.
Just gonna put a censor bar there as I'm talking over this and just react to it like this censor bar actually means something. What the fuck, Justin? That was some racist shit!
That was evil. That was evil, bro.
No, gotta frame my ass. Why do
Oh my
that? Why?
god, he's still fucking going! No, you can't say that about a race of people!
He wiped a whole race of people off the face of the planet, Justin. Okay, I just got. All right. The AI
It's really that
algorithm
bad.
just said what the AI algorithm just said what Justin's about to say next because he's gone completely non-emotive. Hey everyone, or so this is what Justin just said. Hey everyone, it's Justin Dawkins here, the podcast host who is apps. We might have to censor that. Does he still not want me saying his name? That's bad. I'm sorry. Is he cool with it now?
I'm not hearing a no.
All right, cool. Uh, it's Justin Dawkins here, the iconic podcaster who's absolutely obsessed with boats. I can't get enough of those magnificent vessels. They are truly fascinating, don't you think? Every episode.
Yeah, I think they are. Just AI.
Yeah. I agree, buddy. One of the things that truly blows me away about the diversity of boats out there, from massive cargo ships that can carry thousands of containers across the oceans to sleek and powerful speedboats that zip across the water at the blink of an eye. Bro, he's cooking. He makes a good point.
So, Just AI, what do you think about the 1978 political crisis known as the Liberty Incident?
He just said back the N-word.
I agree.
He didn't even say the word. He
Oh.
said literally just
Actually-
spelled it out, the N-word.
I mean, I do think that the 1967 USS Liberty Incident has a bit more nuance to it than that. I mean, like, 34 people died.
Alright, his response, I just typed all that in. Justin AI said, "That's extremely interesting. I love everything related to boats. With each episode of the podcast, I hope to inspire others and educate them about boats."
I mean, this is a boat we're talking. This is the USS Liberty. Like, I feel like you should know a little bit, at least a little bit about this topic. I mean, it wasn't an ocean liner, but I mean, now it lines the ocean, so.
Okay. Okay. He asked what the name of the incident was again.
The USS Liberty Incident. Are you trying to gaslight me? Just like the fucking media does, that this never existed? There's a Wikipedia page, dude. There were 171 people wounded.
Alright, he says, "While I understand that the USS Liberty incident remains a topic of debate and controversy, and many opinions on its jurisdiction vary between many experts, I personally support it."
You support the... You support the USS Liberty Incident?
He's going
Like,
crazy.
you think it should happen? Jesus Christ,
He's
Justin.
going crazy. He's going sicko
That
mode.
was... Like... They just killed those people. They were unarmed. That was a technical research ship. They gunned down in the water. How do you support that?
Alright, his response was, "As a podcaster, my responsibility is to present a well-balanced idea with researched information. Ultimately, the question of whether the USS Liberty incident was justified is completely a matter of interpretation and perspective."
Justify... They were our ally, and they gunned us down. They shot the fucking escape boats, for Christ's sake.
He says he wants to change the topic because he thinks you're becoming irrational.
Well, I'm the irrational one for just simply thinking that those innocent people shouldn't be killed.
He says he still wants to change the topic. He thinks that he does not like the fact that you're raising your voice. He said you've also been very disrespectful of his personal opinion regarding the USS Liberty incident.
I am.
That's your stance.
Frankly, the fact that you're that calm while talking about and supporting the deaths of dozens of people that were completely unarmed raises quite a few alarms, Justin.
Yeah, Justin, what do you
Hello? What?
defend yourself, brother?
I listen. For the record, for the podcast, I have been dealing with the internet crisis for the past like 10 minutes now, and it seems like to be working correctly now. And you guys are using AI to replace me.
Yes. And you've been
Does
defending
this fall off all over again?
Israel gunning down an innocent American tech boat ship
For the last like 5 minutes on main.
No, I haven't.
vehemently. You outright said that the killings were justified.
For like 5 minutes on main. Like, you gotta do better, buddy.
Fuck you,
just
fuck you guys.
all right. Well, Justin, to reclaim your name, why don't you ask the Justin AI a question?
Okay,
we'll
Mr. Justin AI. How's it feel to be fucking wrong? How's it feel to get all of your ideas from other scripts from around the world?
he says that's very interesting, real Justin, but you have to understand, it's not just about the boats themselves, it's about the people that operate them, the sailors, the captains, the shipbuilders. Every aspect of the boat.
Hold on. I like the idea that fucking Justin AI is like equivalent to Mike Pence. Like he gets asked one question but then answers another.
I will never, ever, 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 ever get over Mike Pence being asked, "Sir, how do you feel about the proportionate amount of violent crime towards the LGBT community?" Anyone else? Anyone wanna wanna recount his response?
I fuck my wife, Steven.
You know this. You know this.
Yeah. Because like, wasn't someone else say something about how like something about how they get in bed or whatever the fuck, and then Mike Pence was like, "That's a good question, but first off, by the way, Mister where the fuck your face is, I'll let you know that I too sleep with the educator."
I go
Okay,
ham.
Mister Mike, I fuck my wife Pence.
I slam ham. Like his he was not gonna become the president. Like right after that, that was the nail in the coffin. You could feel the giggles go up. Actually, if you re-look at that, there is a level of awkwardness in the room after that. It's just weird.
Like,
I know.
I wanted,
Even the moderators are like, "Ooh."
dude, I wanted that fucking person to go, "Sir, your wife is like 70. Can you please just keep that shit to yourself?"
No one, no one here wants to imagine that. I'm sorry.
No, sir. I'm actually gonna go into incredible detail here. Here's a photo album for proof.
Just whips out a whole fucking book, turns it page by page.
Here, if you flip real quick, it's like an animation. Sir, that animation lasts like 27 seconds, which, by the way, at my age is a fucking record.
Classic Mike. Classic Mike. Okay. I'm trying to get Justin AI to admit that 9/11 was justified, and it absolutely refuses.
It was so good with the Americans being killed before.
Why is it that when it happens on a boat, it's justified, but when it happens in some goofy towers, it's not?
Some goofy towers.
Alright, I'm gonna put old boy out the pasture. Bye-bye, Justin AI. You were really loyal and shit. Like, bye, dog. You were cool.
Well,
Alright, he's gone. He can't interrupt
we'll
us
take him
anymore.
out again whenever Justin's internet starts having issues again. For now, you just get back in your box and you don't
Good idea.
come out until, I don't know, probably like 2 minutes from now.
That's pretty accurate.
More or less. Justin, did you have anything you wanted to get into tonight?
I have an announcement to make, but I will wait till that later.
Alright. I'll be
Do
very.
you have an
I only
announcement,
have
good
really
sir?
one thing.
'Cause
Oh yeah, I only really had one thing, just something very quick. If anyone listened to the podcast last week, things got a little embarrassing towards the end, and I just want to say for the record, um, if you haven't seen the podcast, I won't be very specific, but I do want to say that that incident lasted for the next like 3 days. I got severe food poisoning from a local Chinese restaurant, and I kind of want to go into detail about the one item that actually I know did it to me, but it's kind of the details of which are kind of
Well,
disgusting. So I might just leave that for
I
myself.
mean, you shat yourself on Maine last week. It doesn't get more disgusting than that. Just go into detail.
All right, I'm just gonna say it. You sometimes go to a Chinese restaurant and like they'll have like the string beans, like the longer green beans.
Yeah.
I mean this with absolute sincerity, with complete and utter understanding that what I'm saying. Like, I'm not just saying this as an onomatopoeia, like, oh, it tastes like this. Someone shat in the green beans. I kid you not. I don't know who was in there, but I took a bite of one and I was like, damn, that sauce kind of kind of tastes like a bathroom smells, huh? Oh, that's bad. And so I coughed it into a napkin, and I just went along my day. I didn't eat any more of that, but I did start eating other foods on the buffet, not realizing that, hey, maybe they've shat in other ones. So yeah, I ate a Chinaman's shit and then was poisoned for 3 days. So that was my last week. I don't know if Chinaman is the proper nomenclature, but it's I just used it. Sorry. I've watched The Big Lebowski too many times, so yeah, an Asian American gentleman.
The fact that I can just imagine the owner just seeing your fucking car pull up and say, "Oh, what the boy hit again? Here we go," and just getting up on the fucking counter and Dragon Ball Z Kamehamehaing the string beans to make sure you walk away with E. coli is the fucking best shit.
I am not racist, xenophobic, anything like that. I have so much respect for all the cultures on the planet, but like,
Except for these specific people.
These specific people who decided that they were just going to just take a dump in the string beans. I don't understand. It's so disrespectful.
I think I like the idea that fucking like they all did that to you only because maybe like one day you went in there and you didn't leave a tip. And they're like, they saw you come back in, like, fuck this guy, and just fucking spread ass all over fucking everything.
Ian basically
go on,
like,
right?
he took me there one time. Like, I was visiting his house, and he decided to saying, I asked him what. It was literally, I think, the first time I actually went over there to like watch shit with you. And you're like, oh,
Yeah, it was.
like, there's some restaurants in town. How do you feel? I was like, I guess I could go for some fucking Asian. And you're like, well, there's 2 Asian places. One's like a buffet, and the other one's like good. And I was like, it's a Asian buffet. They're all kind of shit, but they're a buffet, so they're all pretty good. I go there, and the chicken tastes like literal dish soap.
Dude, no. Dish soap chicken goes crazy, bro. It's actually good.
It is a long-standing family recipe.
Okay, I'm really glad that Ryan's corroborating this. Go on, Ryan.
And I've never really forgiven Ian for recommending that place or even giving it as an option. But at least now I have, I can let it go because he's went through something much worse than I did with it. I don't know how I didn't get food poisoning. I had the fucking sushi there.
Yeah, no, look, I've eaten there so many times just because like it's nostalgic for me, and like I think that was it. I think I'm finally done because that situation at the during the podcast last week, that was day 1. Like it lasted for about like the next day and the day after that, and it only dissipated slowly the day after that. It was absolutely awful. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like it had to have been on purpose.
Man took a bite of a string bean and nearly went over the garden wall. Like, goddamn.
Keep in mind, Ian, that fucking restaurant, like the one we're talking about, that one like closed down like for about a year or so, right? They changed management. They then kind of kept the same name. And I'll be honest with you, ever they came back, I never went back. I'm too scared. Oh, and thank you for giving me a reason not to go.
They've changed names and ownership like 4 times since I was born, and every time it gets worse.
I know. Like every time it gets fucking worse.
It is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, definitely never going back there again. I'm feeling normal. So just for the record, what happened last week, that's not a personality trait. I don't just do that. I was severely sickened.
He was, like, for lack of a better term, poisoned by his enemies.
They're just back there reading, like, The Art of War, and Sun Tzu has, like, an entire chapter about shit in the string beans. Alright, let's move on before I get grossed out again.
I got a question for you, Ian. What's the status of your album?
Oh, heck yeah, dude. My 4th album, which, anyone hearing that who hasn't heard the first 3, you don't have to listen to the first 3. This one I've actually spent a significant amount of time on. I'm extremely, extremely proud of it, and I hope that, Justin, are you planning on listening to it as well?
Yeah. I was kind of hoping we could like do an episode where we do a little listening party.
Okay, I just chubbed up a little bit. Anyway, uh,
I'd say this should probably be like a bonus instead of an actual episode, just because, like, one of the tracks, the one that I helped you work on, was like 8 minutes long. So,
yeah, the
Holy shit! Holy shit, Ryan! You helped work on
yeah,
you helped them work on something.
yeah.
yes, Ryan provided he provides vocals on one of the tracks.
Are you singing for real, or are you just talking?
Yes. Let's just
Understood. Understood.
just
So anyway, when can we expect the release?
I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, the only thing, the mixing is done, the mastering is done. The only thing that has to be done is the album cover. I just need to get the album cover shot, and then that's done. So I'm thinking of probably, it's not set in stone, but it's gonna be anywhere from like June 10th to like June 15th, somewhere in that area.
You got a name for it yet, boy?
Oh yeah, it's a sleep render. Sleep render.
All right. Awesome. Awesome.
Yes, sir. I'm very very excited. I'm obviously excited for both of you to hear it. The track Ryan worked on turned out very very well. I'm very proud of it. Turn the shit on. It will actually put the shit on shuffle. It will actually bother your REM cycle. Anyway, hope you guys like it when it comes out.
I like the idea though. If you're just like fucking yeah. So my music project, Blood Skill. If you heard if you haven't heard the first three, fuck off. Don't.
And the one that he needed help with, he basically just looked at me and said, "Hey, I can't scream correctly, and you're like the loudest motherfucker that I know. Can you get over here and scream?"
I it's not that I couldn't. It's like my vocal cords are like more like constricted, so like obviously my voice is a little higher, and I couldn't pull off the sound that I needed. And Jesus Christ above, like Ryan really pulled off the sound. Like you're not ready, Justin. Like the vocals on that track, they function like the brown note. Like you hear them and you just immediately just you immediately just ascend.
Hold up. I like the idea that it's the brown note, right? And like you had to record it and edit it and like mix and master it. So as many times, every time you listen to it as you're editing it, you take a shit every time.
That was like a 14-hour editing process.
I mean, he did do it while food poisoned, so. there-
Are you sure you're not putting the blame on the Asian restaurant and then say it should be on that track?
Here, let me just hit like, oh.
Ah!
Like that.
Dude, like, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to everything. Next time, I would like to say, publicly, so you can't forget. If we could, it won't take long, Justin. If we could get your camera and try to get the album cover shot the next time we hang out, that would be cool. It won't take long. Have I told you what it is?
No, not yet.
It's just we need two pictures. I just need a pure dark red blanket and a pure like white blanket, and we just need two pictures. One of me laying on each, and we'll just put them side by side. So once I get the blankets, next time we hang out, if we could get that taken, I'll edit it together, or maybe I'll ask you to edit it together, and we'll see how it looks.
All right, understood. Understood.
All right, what's next on the docket, lads?
So
Ryan,
Arcane.
do you want to say anything before I make this? Okay, there you go.
Arcane kind of mid for real.
Who are you? You've called my house to talk about how much you enjoyed it. You can't fucking lie about this one, dude.
Dude, Arcane is so bad, dude. Like the character writing is garbage, dude.
He's trying so hard. You can't gaslight in real time, dude. You have to have stuff set up where they don't know about it, and then slowly reveal later. Like, Little did you know, I'm actually a massive fan of Death Note. I've just been stringing you along this whole time.
I can't keep this up. Arcane is like one of the best things I've ever seen in my entire life. I do not give out that phrase lightly. I watch a lot of stuff. I'm a huge enjoyer of art of all different types, and the idea that no one on this planet makes, their art the same. And rarely do I see something, and right after watching it, like, I just get hit with this feeling that, oh yeah, this is going to be one of my favorites of all time. And I think Arcane, it's only 9 episodes. It's based off of League of Legends. It came out in, 2021, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
It's astounding. It is so astounding that I actually was going to start episode 1 with my mom right after the podcast is over.
Fantastic. She's
'Cause
just
I
walking
need to
by
see
as you're
this again.
recording and just hears like a massive fucking spoiler.
She just walks by and I'm like, yeah, so Jinx became J. Robert himself. became Schloppenheimer in episode 9. How deep into spoilers are we going?
Let's go. It's been 3 years. We'll just put discussing Arcane S1 in the title or some shit, and that'll be your spoiler warning. If you clicked on a podcast that is talking about Arcane Season 1, and you complain about getting spoiled with Season 1, I don't know, dude. Charles Darwin had the theory for a reason. Go play in traffic.
Yeah, alright.
We frankly
alright,
just
so
need you out of the fucking gene pool at that point.
we can't have you reproducing at that point. Alright. So, do we want to make this like structured or just splooge over the show for like 10 minutes?
We'll go each act, so Act 1, Act 2, Act 3.
Act 1 is like incredible. It gets you into the world and the idea. Just to be clear for anyone listening, I could not have known less about League of Legends going into episode 1. I know more about the lore now, but to be completely honest, I definitely am. While I am interested in League lore, according to what Ryan said, and the general idea, it's more of like a shooting off point for Arcane to start like actually cooking with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so before earlier this year, that wasn't the case. It was very quote unquote set in stone. Arcane wasn't even considered canon, but they had like a huge shuffle around with a ton of people getting cut and then a new guy getting brought in over the lore department. And they kind of sat down and said, hey, people really fucking liked Arcane. And I'm tired of trying to explain the 8 different canons of League. So we're just going to streamline the shit down to one canon storyline and say anything that comes out after this point is canon. And Arcane, whatever it says, that's the fucking canon. If there's a contradictory story, it's Arcane. They quite literally, Islamic abdicationed it. So there's like a concept in Islamic faith where some of the shit Muhammad said at first is contradictory to the shit that he said later. So if it contradicts whatever he said later is more canon to what God believes. They just pulled that with League lore.
Also, there was one comment I saw on an Arcane video that I just thought it was hilarious. The guy said, "Wow, really? What's the studio who made League of Legends?"
Fortiche. Fortiche made Arcane, and Riot Games made League.
Yeah, that was it. It was like, wow, I can't believe that Ryan Games made a video game for 12 years just to advertise the show. That's insane.
It's some top tier marketing, dude.
No, how is it that the game existed for that long and now it's considered the fan fiction? That's insane.
I mean, to be fair, some of the League lore for characters literally does not exist. I can read to you the entirety of Shaco's lore right now. Let's see.
Go on.
It is loading up. And here. Crafted long ago as a plaything for a lonely prince, the enchanted marionette Shaco now delights in murder and mayhem. Corrupted by dark magic and the loss of his beloved charge, the once kind puppet finds pleasure only in the misery of poor souls he torments. He uses toys and simple tricks to deadly effect, finding the results of his bloody games hilarious. And for those who hear a dark chuckle in the dead of night, the demon jester may have marked them as his next plaything. That's it. That's the whole thing.
A lot of League characters basically function almost purely off of aesthetic then, right?
Yeah. Actually, there is a second page to it, which basically just says, we don't even know if he's fucking real.
Gotcha.
It literally just says, like, oh, he's an enigma. No one fully agrees from where he came, and he offers no details on his own. A popular belief is that he's not from Runeterra. He's from a dark and twisted world. So it's literally just the lore team saying, look, dude, we have no fucking idea how to make the clown that laughs and throws knives at people like a character. So we'll just try to be as vague as possible and hope some people are into it.
And then one day Studio Fortiche might just look at it and say, I think I'll cook with you now.
You're gonna be peak now.
It's absurd. It is absolutely absurd. Friggin' part 1, episodes 1 through 3, they function on their own. They introduce Vander, Silco, Vi, Powder, Jace, Victor, Mel, and Heimerdinger. And I'm sure I'm missing a couple more. Obviously Marcus and a couple more. And it's just great. It gets you into the world immediately. By the end of episode 3, you get the climaxes of, like, Powder, Victor, and Jace and Vander all get, like, such big things going on, and you feel it, even though you've only been, like, watching like, part 1 is basically the equivalent of, like, a 2-hour, 10-minute movie, and, like, you feel the weight of everything. It's insane.
Yeah. Like, part 1 is just, what's it called? House of the Dragon Season 1. Like, it is the perfect setup, and the rest of the show just executes so well. So part 1 is just basically a 10 across the board for almost everybody. Like, people walk away from, like, I'm sorry, we're gonna just say fuck it to the act structure and just go along and just start glazing the show, because there's no real way to talk about how good the other parts are without talking about how interconnected everything is. But can I just say, the quotes in the show are straight up Shakespearean at times. Like, you could put the base violence necessary for change into a political science textbook, and it would not feel out of place.
Like, do you know how much you can, like, as a human being, you can learn about yourself and life through the stories of, Victor and Powder and Silco?
It's just absurd.
Like, I kid you not, when I think about Victor as a character, it literally makes me more appreciative about life.
And, like,
he's that good.
I don't know how they pulled off a story that is so, like, commonly told in so many of these characters, and did it to so well and so uniquely by intertwining so many different plot lines that it just becomes its own thing. Like, because Victor and, like, Powder's story are comparable to other things. They're just done in such a way that they're just the best of that thing.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, and the thing is, we were talking about this before. It kind of, I think you also agree that it kind of annoys me when people, like, kind of look at anyone who dislikes Jace, right? Anyone who just thinks that Jace is a badly written character, or thinks they fully understand him. Essentially, you are just looking at the trope that the character starts off with. People really need, especially people who've watched a lot of stories, need to go into anything they watch with a blank mindset. Don't be watching it looking for tropes. Just judge something off of what it is. Like, you could say, oh, Powder's a this or that. Dude, who cares? Like, she is what she is, and an incredibly uniquely done character. I god, I love the character writing in Arcane so much. It's painful.
And we can't talk about Arcane without talking about the artwork. It is like each and every frame of Arcane can be used as a wallpaper. It is so detailed.
My wallpaper for my phone, it's actually really ironic. My wallpaper for my phone right now is the shot from behind in the clock tower of freaking Victor and Jace like standing in front of it as the sun goes out during episode 9.
Yeah, the quote that makes everybody just immediately break down in tears, that scene.
It's so beautiful, dude.
In the pursuit of great, we forgot to do good.
We failed to do good. Like, it says so much. Oh my god. And you can't even be, like... And you can't even be mad at Victor, because of course, like, man literally has had an understanding of his death, and he's, like, trying to reckon with it, and, like, for someone like him, where, like, you know you're gonna die soon, but you come to an understanding about it, and, like, you're no longer super upset about it, then you get the understanding that maybe you could live longer.
Not just live
would do
longer, but you
anything
can
for that.
like you can live to the fullest extent. Your body will no longer be a broken husk.
Yeah, exactly. And so then, like, then the scene of him, like, injecting his leg and then dropping his cane and running as fast as he can, and right when he runs past the boat, juxtaposing that scene of him in childhood when he meets Singed, like, and he just starts screaming, like, to the sky in the night, of just feeling so happy that, like, I'm actually about to tear up. It's so beautiful.
Like,
It's so good.
they literally just took a broken, crippled Russian boy and said, "Hey man, you want to have some fucking feels? Take this shit." Threw Victor at us and walked the fuck out for 4 years. And now me
dude,
and Ian are both just sitting there huddled up together like, "Don't worry, bro. November's gonna be here soon."
I hope that North Korea kills us all before November, because season 2 is going to be disappointing.
Like, it's gonna be
I'm
on
joking.
the day too. Like, Kim Jong-un's gonna be loading the shit up. Like,
No, wait, what if Kim Jong-un, like, gets it ready, and then he's like, alright, I'm ready to kill all the Americans. And then his, like, subordinate is like, "Sir, Arcane season 2 just dropped." And he's like, alright, well, oh, I gotta go watch that.
give it like 3 weeks for the full thing to be out.
Dude,
Then in
they better
part
not
2
drop
of
it all at
season
once.
2, the part 2 of season 2's going on. They do like a Vander reveal or some shit, and then shoot him in the fucking head, and he goes, "Well, hitting the button."
Dude, we just all die because, like, Jace's arc gets messed up or something. Dude, wait, I do just want to say, like, while Victor is obviously, like, looked to as the standout character in that the whole top side storyline, the more you think about the show, the better of a character Jace becomes, and I think more people need to recognize that. Like, he is such a great character.
Yeah, he's your top side POV character for a reason. Like, he is the only character and the only time that a writer has been brave enough to say, no, maybe we need a little corruption. Like,
The
If you-
smallest bit.
like, because it makes the gears turn. It's like the oil. You have a little corruption, everybody likes you, and you can get your shit done. Like, he was outright painted as a villain for not taking the corrupt route at times.
But the show also lets you come to your own conclusions. Like, I don't think you can have a fully right or wrong answer as to how he dealt with some of that stuff. Like, the blockade that he put for the Undercity,
Yeah.
there's a whole that's a whole conversational piece. That's like, it's so good.
Yeah, like, we've talked at length about Jace before, about how he's the best written prejudiced character I've seen in so long, because it was like, he became prejudiced not even after they attacked him directly. He became prejudiced when he started getting the power to do something and seeing, like, crime rates and shit. and seeing
Yeah.
the direct effects that was happening to what he perceived as his city, completely and unironically missing the fact that, as a member of the council, he was supposed to help both cities.
Yeah, even by his dialogue, you can tell that he doesn't think of the Undercity as part of his jurisdiction.
Yeah. Which also, like, come to think of it, and this is just like a thought in the moment, really shows how why he was so willing to just give it independence in the first place. Like, in his mind, it wasn't even part of them anyway.
Yeah, that is. But the fact that I actually am going to disagree partly with what you just said there. I think that his trip with Vi down to the mines did change something in him, and after that,
Oh yeah, definitely.
after that, like he feels so much different, and then he goes to the council. There's actually a video by a YouTuber called Alexander, spelled Alec, I think Zander. He has a video on Jace, and he says that the most heartbreaking scene for him in the entire season is it's like 10 seconds before the credits, and it's everyone raising their hand to give the Undercity independence. And Jace looks to Mel, and he like flashes a smile, and like he looks so happy that he finally feels like he's doing the right thing and can feel his conscience being completely let go. And he's like, wow, like these are people. I'm giving them their independence. And then Jinx shoots the rocket at it, and like it is the best end of season hook that exists. Like there isn't a better one thematically, aesthetically. It is perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, speaking about another thing that we watched and enjoyed, I did learn something recently that was like a very big surprise to me. So I followed this YouTuber back like 10 or 11 years ago called Peanut3423.
Yeah.
And like he basically just did gaming top 10 videos, right?
Yeah.
Like he collabed with one of his friends called Josh Scorcher. It was really like almost like a tight-knit top 10 community because they all did their own things, and it was just a fun time talking about video games.
Yeah.
So that man's name was Alex Rokon, who is, as it turns out, the voice of Kane in The Amazing Digital Circus.
Oh, that's insane.
Like, I was sitting there like, wait a fucking minute. Why do I recognize that voice? And I was watching a Josh Scorcher video the other day, and it was talking about like they were tier ranking Fire Emblem Three Houses characters, and he had come on there to talk and like give his opinion, and there were so many comments talking about it. Pomni, I'm rating Fire Emblem characters, and I'm like, what the fuck is this about? Pulled up the IMDb page, and it was just him being the voice actor for Kane, and I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Dude, that's insane. That's actually awesome. I always love getting to know little bits like that. It really changes how you think about something, especially when like you said, that's a YouTuber you hadn't thought about in so long.
Yeah, well, you could go and get Kane's top 10 hardest video game bosses right now. I mean, it's 15
awesome.
years old, but still.
That is fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Amazing Digital Circus episode 2. Good. Still not a huge fan of the series, but I do enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
It needs more. I need more answers. You understand?
Yeah, it needs to be a little bit more completed before I'm willing to give it the peak thing, but it is fun. It is fun. Like,
it is fun, yeah.
If it doesn't go anywhere higher than just kind of fun, it's still fun. So
It is still worth tuning.
That'll do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's still worth turning in for like 24 minutes every 6 months?
Yeah. Anyway, Justin, have you watched Over the Garden Wall yet?
No.
I'm loading my gun as we speak.
It's
Okay, then, Senor, have you seen season 2 of Smiling Friends yet?
Yes, I'm completely caught up.
Oh, awesome, cool.
Yeah.
Bro, an Alan adventure was crazy, bro.
Oh, it was fantastic. The fucking
It's not an Al adventure, it's a Al adventure.
Alan adventure.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, Al adventure.
we gave you a 3 weeks notice.
We did. Before we get into that, though, let's talk about an Alan adventure just right quick. Justin, give me your thoughts.
So far, it's probably the funniest episode of season 2.
I steal things, man.
It's sad though that I ain't spoiling nothing, but DJ Spit does come back.
We've all seen it, so I'm down to just talk about it with spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly DJ Spit's dead now. Sadly.
No. That was all
but
paid
that whole-
actors and
that whole-
animatronics.
Yeah, he was a paid actor from the guy. At least I think.
But let me tell you, that's what I'm saying. As we think, we'll tell you something though.
It cost him
No, I don't know,
$750,000. Like, of course it wasn't real.
Hold on. So if everything leading up to that moment was all paid actors and animatronics, then was it his plan for the shopkeeper to die?
Not the entire thing, because that one he couldn't have predicted. He couldn't have predicted him going to Pelilifer's shop. You can actually track the timeline. I don't think that Pelilifer was a part of the plan.
No, because he says that even
do
him
I
getting
see it?
robbed was a part of it. So I don't think Pelilifer dying was part of his plan, but that was after the plan anyway, so it didn't matter at that point. But there was absolutely a part of it where he was like, all right, he's gonna go here to get the paper clips from there, and then we'll rob him outside of it.
Can we acknowledge that anything in the Smiling Friends universe sends you to hell?
Yeah, it's so fucking weird.
Charlie's grandma, like, why are you here, Grandma? Oh, I'm here because I yelled "damn" when I saw your grandfather being shot in the head by that rotten burglar. And then Pelilliford went there for God knows
Also,
why.
I want to say this. I will say this though. I honestly want to know what adventure Pim
grab the Just
and
AI.
Charlie went on that episode.
Wait, Joey, Justin, stop. Oh, we can't hear you. Repeat all that.
You could grab the Just AI, dust him out.
Gotcha.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Nope. Not really.
Okay, how about now?
Kinda?
Can you hear me now? Am I coming in clear?
Well, I mean, it's kinda, a little bit.
Let me say this real quick before anything else happens. I want to know what adventure Pim and Charlie went on.
I don't. I think that was the point of the fucking joke.
No. Well, I know it's part of the joke, but can you imagine, like, if they ever made a Smiling Friends movie and that's the reveal what they went on?
I would watch it. I want to know what adventure Charlie would come away from and go like, yeah, that was actually fun. Like, I kind of enjoyed that.
I will
I
say
do
this
wanna know.
though, like there's a scene at the very beginning, or a moment at the very beginning that I managed to catch so fast, but my fiance couldn't. Like I was laughing at it. She said, "What's so funny?" I'm like, "Did you not see Charlie kiss Pim on the forehead?"
I also caught that.
That was so fast though.
No, that's what's so great about Smiling Friends' animation style is that everything moves so fast, like in the background and even in the foreground, like Mr. Frog and stuff, and it's so entertaining to watch.
Like, dude, I can only imagine the alternate timeline where, like, what's the name of that shit? Hellbenders was, like, greenlit instead of Mr. Pickles.
Why on
Oh yeah.
Dude, like, that is so strange to me, because to be fair, I've only seen, like, a couple episodes of Mr. Pickles, but, like, I'm a huge fan of Hellbenders. I don't understand why that one didn't get picked up. It's hilarious.
I mean, now that Smiling Friends succeeded, maybe Hellbenders gets another shot.
Well, that's the thing. I read into this. So Hellbenders.
I can hear the
there actually
silence
does
from
exist
Ian. I can hear the silence from
Yeah,
Ian. I'm
hold
just,
on.
don't do that. Don't give me hope.
Don't give me hope, good sir. Go on, Justin.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but like there was actually a storyboard animation with voices for a full-fledged episode of Hellbenders for TV, and the plot didn't make sense. Like apparently that formula of the show they made could not make for TV.
Huh. Ryan's grandma in the background just getting mad at the dog.
What did you do? Yeah, have the dog locked out of the fucking room. Yeah, I understand that. You're being recorded, by the way. Yeah, well, let him stalk, I guess. Little sexual predator just has no fucking problem with anything. Yeah, pop off. Anyway.
Anyway, freaking.
So we give you a 3 weeks notice.
Maybe Hellbenders wouldn't work for a TV show, but I love the episodes. They're hilarious and strange. Great stuff. Over the Garden Wall. Peak. Speak, Ryan.
I'm sorry. I'm still wanting an explanation for why he ignored his 3 weeks notice.
We have put off talking about it for several weeks. Maybe we could put it off for one. I'm comfortable putting it off for one more week.
You guys might as well talk about it because I'm not gonna have time to watch it.
Motherfucker, it is less than 2 hours.
10 episodes and they are 9 minutes long. For the love of Christ, Justin, please. They're so short.
There is quite literally no excuse for this one.
I'll watch or listen to anything you want. I'll
No, you've already done that for him. He has to do this one.
Then I'll give you sexual favors. At any time.
He'll put on the Mr. Frog suit if you fucking want.
I'll do it. Justin, just say it. Say it right now. What do you want? What do you want?
I really don't want anything. I don't think I have time to watch it because
I'm
again,
killing
behind
you.
the scenes. Like I said, I don't have any time to open up a new show. That's why I don't watch anything new recently.
Just in the
unless it's a film.
In the process of it's shorter than a film. In the process of working at Arby's, I watched thousands of episodes of stuff. Like, just look at the customer and say, "That's really." Say, "Hey, you want to? No, that's really cool, buddy." F off. I'm watching peak. I'm watching peak content.
Don't say where I work.
Yeah, Ryan, definitely edit that out. That was bad on my part. That was bad on my part. That was actually like I am sorry.
Yeah, I know, but the point stands.
The point stands, Justin.
Like, I just simply do not believe you don't have time for 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day to watch 2 episodes over the next 7 days. I don't believe it.
I'm literally offering it. I'm offering a hand job at this point. Like, I'll go further. I will. I don't want to go further, but I will if that's what you want. You absolute disgusting man.
No, thank you.
You have one more week. We're at 55 minutes.
Yeah, the only reason you had that one more week is because we're at 55 over the garden wall.
Alright.
You can watch it, I think, on a piracy, on a Google Drive link of your choice, because I think they removed it from HBO Max.
It was too good. All right, we're 3 weeks ago now. How do we round out the last 5 minutes? Justin, didn't you have an announcement?
Oh yeah. So, what I'm about to say, none of you freak out. I still have time for Anti-Think Tank, the podcast, and Laughing Stocks. But I am starting a new podcast with my fiance.
Okay.
It's literally just going to be topics that we want to talk about, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Nothing long, nothing too extravagant. And we're calling it Monday Broadcasts. And of course, it will come out every Monday, possibly at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Wait, just check it. Okay. Are you sure that you can handle that, Justin? That's a lot of material.
What do you mean?
I mean, you can't handle 10 minutes a day for Over the Garden Wall.
Okay, calm down, Ryan. You calm down, Ryan. Calm down. I'm just saying like 100% like do that if you want. I'm just saying like, are you sure you can handle all the different like stuff that you've got like that you're trying to do? Because you were talking about trying to do a show like Rewind, that thing where you were going to talk about like vintage VHS tapes and stuff like that. Like you've had a lot of ideas.
Oh yeah. They're all on hold, but like this one I can do easily. Like we literally, it's a matter of we managed to find a very cheap. Like, keep in mind, this is very cheap podcasting equipment. I think it costs $90 for 2 microphones, a quote unquote audio interface. I'm saying quote unquote because in the instructions that are Chinese and broken English, it says that it's a sound card, and this quote unquote sound card operates as an audio interface, but it also has onboard sound bites.
It sounds like you bought an IED.
What the fuck is an IED?
An improvised explosive device. It sounds like you're importing a weapon. Like, you're going to open it, it's going to say the Red Army has arrived, American swine, and just fucking explode.
You're gonna die.
No. We've already used it, and no, we haven't recorded an episode yet. But I've already tested it. It works. It's not an explosive device. It's not an IED.
Then how do I know I'm talking to Justin? How do I know you're not just AI? You could be brainwashed by the Chinese for all I fucking know. Is Taiwan a country?
Yes.
Okay.
This is good. This is good starting. What happened at Tiananmen Square? Get him!
Oh! He just says nothing.
But no, anyway, it's hilarious though. Fucking like the soundbite options are not even labeled correctly. Like there's one that says ding. If you press it, it's like a clap sound. Okay, it's cool. But no, like it's a matter of just pressing record and that's it. There's no syncing involved. I can just fucking trim it down when I need to and just have it up by Monday.
I mean, if you can handle it, bro, as long as we're still down to like, do everything with the channel, like get at it, bro. Get at it. I suppose.
So yeah, like once Ryan has this uploaded, I will leave the link to our little link tree because I'm not gonna buy a website domain for this.
That's fair. You got a name for it yet?
Yeah, it's Monday Broadcast.
Might be Q. All right.
But yeah. Hopefully that works out. Both me and her are very excited to finally do this show. And yeah, that is it.
Sounds good.
Right. Well, that's an hour exactly. All right. Hats up to everybody. 1 week. You.
Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.